Kate. Today I'm doing my BookTubeAthon 2017 TBR. I look a little more fancy today than normal because I just came from my senior pictures, well, just for the yearbook, but senior pictures, and so I have like mascara on and curled my hair, so I was like, what a great time to film a video when I'm looking more snazzy than usual. So I'm not gonna have too much time to read. Well, I still have a lot of time, but not as much as I wish I did, because I'm going to be doing my first week of band camp, but it's not going to be as severe as it will be later. So it's just going to be 8 to 2 next week, so I'll have a considerable amount of time to do stuff and probably film videos too. So I'm not going to try to meet all the challenges because it's a little hard. So I'm definitely not reading 7 books because I can't do that, but I'm gonna go and say the books that I am reading and the challenges that they meet. First book that I'm reading, and the one that I really have to get through, is The Old Man and the Sea by Ernest Hemingway. This is one of my required reading books for this summer, and it's pretty short. So the first book it's gonna fulfill, or challenge, I guess, the first challenge is a book with a person on the cover. It's a pair of hands, but that's totally valid. It's still a person. The second challenge is a book that you can read in one day. So this one's probably the shortest of the ones I'm gonna read, so I'm gonna try for that. And the third is a book that you read entirely outdoors. Since it's so short, I figured that's a good idea. But I'm not sure if this is really possible to read it entirely outdoors for me, because I live in Texas and it's gonna be like 100 this week outside. So I will go outside and read until the sun becomes unbearable, and then I will come inside and read because I don't want to die for a challenge. The next book I'm going to be reading is How to Read Literature Like a Professor by Thomas Foster. So this is the other book that I had to read for summer reading, and it's probably not going to be that interesting. So I have to force myself to read it. And this is a great time to do that, isn't it? This isn't really going to meet any of the challenges because it just doesn't, so I'm just reading it just because. The last book that I'm going to be reading is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard, which is the third book in the Red Queen series. I love the first book. The second book kind of wasn't that great, so I hope the third book can bring it all together. This book meets the challenge of a book I bought because of the cover. I definitely bought the first book because of the cover, because I love books with royalty and it had a crown on it, so that was basically instant buying material for me. This one I'm getting out from the library, but the cover is also still really cool. So those are all the books that I'm planning on reading for the BookTubeAthon. If I have extra time, I might go try to read the rest of the Raven Boy series. I've only read the first book, or I might read Lord of Shadows. But I am rereading A Court of Mist and Fury right now, so that also might take some of my time instead. But thanks for watching this, and I'll see you soon. Bye!